All right, guys, welcome to another edition of Wedding Talk Radio. I'm your host, Kyle Brown from the Kern County and the Bridal Association of America. And today we are privileged to have a entrepreneur, somebody who is just taking the world by storm. I believe that. Rob Savickis is the originator and founder of Photo Booth Expo, which he started in 2014, with the first show being in 2015, and then subsequently acquired Mobile Beat, which now is called Mobile Entertainment Expo, coming up. And both of those are coming up this month at the South Point Hotel. So we're going to get a little bit of information about both conferences, what you can expect, the different speakers that we are excited to see, and the different content that we're going to learn, of course, with show specials and stuff like that. So welcome, Rob. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, Kyle, and hello, everyone.
Yeah.
Good to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. So 2015 was your first show for Photo Booth Expo in Las Vegas. What inspired coming up with the conference for photo booths?
I actually had suppliers of mine. I won't get into details here, but I had suppliers of mine that were suggesting that somebody needed to put on a some kind of a photo booth expo. And I looked into it, and I was actually disappointed when Mobile Beat moved away from South Point. They're actually in South Point in 2007, and then they moved to the Riviera, which was fine for a number of years.
Right.
But I actually thought South Point was great. They were actually the first place I called, and we actually had it at South Point for a couple of years. People were telling me, oh, get it closer to the Strip or whatever. We moved to Westgate, but almost everybody, like I'm talking 90% of people, were telling me get it back at South Point. And so we basically had we had the show at South Point the first couple of years. We moved it for 2 years. Then we had it at South Point for another 2. And we're basically at South Point for sure till 2024.
Nice. And I like the South Point. I've been there before with you. It's a nice venue. It's clean. It's on the Strip, but it's off the Strip.
Technically, it's on Las Vegas Boulevard.
Right.
Okay. But it is 6 miles off the Strip, which is great, because the biggest thing I like about South Point is you basically get locals pricing and Strip quality. The rooms are, in my opinion, nicer than the average hotel on the Strip. The food quality, you're basically talking a buffet that is twice as good for half the price.
Right.
They just have some amazing, I think it's 13 or 14 restaurants in there. Fantastic casino floor. I think it's one of the best casino floors in Las Vegas, period. It's a huge hotel, 2,300 rooms. There's, in my opinion, it's one of the best properties in Las Vegas. It's like, 19 out of 20 positives. The one negative is that it's not technically on the Strip.
Right.
But if you want to be on the Strip, you're also paying probably $20, unless you figure out some secret parking spots. But most of the Strip, you're paying $20 for parking. You're paying a lot more for the food. And you know what? For $10 or $15, you can probably grab an Uber from South Point if somebody wants to spend a night on the Strip or something like that, which is worth it. If you haven't been to Vegas, yeah, you have to go to the Strip. Well, but doing it from South Point is fantastic. And like I said, I believe the promotion, I seriously doubt they're still offering those rooms for $75. I'm pretty sure the price has gone up, but the price was amazing when they offered it for the rooms, especially considering that pretty much everywhere in Vegas, the prices have increased significantly for the rooms. So,
and as of this recording, it is showing that it's still at 75, but that can change at any moment. The nice thing is
actually should have changed a week or so ago.
Okay.
I would be surprised if you actually go there and it doesn't let you book the room. But if it does, hey, grab it. I mean,
exactly. Go for it. But you have worked out a nice deal with them, which is great. You wanted to make sure that your guests were taken care of for the Photo Booth Expo, which was nice.
Yeah, and basically the nice thing was we actually exceeded the number of rooms that we sold in 2020. So we had through the rooms actually booked through the show. It was 2,610 in 2020, and as of supposedly when the cutoff date was, we were already at 2,661. So we actually, if room count is any indication, this should be, now that's for both shows, for PBX and MEX, but
mobile entertainment
in 2020 we sort of had two shows as well. We had PBX, and then we had John Young's Disc Jockey News show there. So we had two shows, one of which was a photo booth and one was a DJ show already. But this year we had we basically offered all the people that had Mobile Beat 2020 tickets, where that conference got canceled. We offered complimentary passes. So we have quite the number of people coming.
Yeah, it's going to be a big show. And that's one of the things that's great about it, is it's an opportunity not only to find new product, which is great. I mean, you have all of the leading manufacturers, both in the DJ world and in the photo booth world, at this conference. So if you're looking for something, the exhibit floor is absolutely the place to be. You're going to find stuff there that you've never even thought about. You're going to find specials and deals, and just it's the place to be. I tell you. But you mentioned the Mobile Entertainment Expo. So those two are both in the same hotel, the same dates, but they're two different conferences, which is really cool. One is, everybody who owns a photo booth is not necessarily a DJ, and every DJ doesn't necessarily own a photo booth, but a lot of them do offer both. So, which is great. So you kind of have the opportunity to go to the photo booth conference and just educate yourself, find the exhibitors for that particular event or that product. Or if you're just a DJ, and there is no such thing as just a DJ, I have to correct myself, then you go to the Mobile Entertainment Expo and you have the education there, and you have the equipment and the suppliers there for that kind of stuff. But if you do both, is there an opportunity to go to both and see the exhibits at both and the education at both?
Yes. So in terms of the exhibit floor, and exhibits, if somebody just wants to go for the exhibits, and exhibits only pass to either show, we'll get them into both. So it's once you're in one, there is an air wall separating the two shows, but basically a ticket to one is a ticket to both. The place where there is a difference is in the key pass. Now the parties, if somebody has a key pass to either Photo Booth Expo or Mobile Entertainment Expo, they're invited to all the parties. We're having two amazing DJ takeover parties on Monday and Wednesday nights. And so the key pass for both shows gets them into both. But I find that there's more people in the DJ world that are into photo booths than the other way around. So if somebody wants the entire pass, if you have your choice of either MEX seminars or PBX seminars, the thing to do is go to mobileentertainmentexpo.com and get an MEX key pass, and then you can go to any of the seminars that the show offers. If it is a little bit cheaper to get just the PBX key pass, and that still gets you into the entire show and all the parties. The only thing that does not get you into is the MEX seminars. So
right. And I have your website open, Mobile Entertainment.
Yeah, there we go.
And you got right here, register for MEX.
Register for that.
And you just go right there and get your tickets and your key pass and everything. And you can't get that kind of.
I'll let people in on a little secret here. Now, this is only going to be, I'm assuming this is going to be posted pretty soon, because this will disappear in about a week. But if for the listeners of this show, if they want a discount on the tickets for the Mobile Entertainment Expo, the key pass is $379, and till the Wednesday before the show.
Okay.
If the people that are listening here want to put in this code, it's MEX SHOW 2022. So MEX Show 2022.
MEX SHOW 2022.
So you can verify that. And that will reduce the price from $379 to $259 plus the ticketing
Wow.
fee.
Wow. Okay. And is that live right now?
If you verify it, it should come up and you should have it for
Look at that,
250.
259.
There you go, 250.
So that's $120 off of your key pass for the
Right.
that's pretty phenomenal. So again,
And the same thing on the PBX side. The PBX ticket, like I said, is $100 cheaper. And the only thing it does not get into is the DJ seminars. But
right.
if you go to the PBX site and instead of MEX show 2022, you put in PBX show 2022. So you're going to try that.
PBX SHOW
So
2022.
yeah.
Verify.
So then the PBX key pass is only $159.
Right. Wow. Okay. Well, that's awesome. Thank you so much for that. That's pretty cool. I'll make sure that's in the show notes, but you can see it here. PBX show 2022, or on the mobile beat, MEX show 2022. We'll get you the huge.
The only thing I have to warn people about is if they're watching this seminar late, we do disable all the promo codes. There's some
Of course.
exhibitor ones and things like that. All the promo codes are disabled either on the Wednesday or the Thursday before the show. So they basically have about a week to get their tickets.
Yeah, this is good until the
at that
16th of February. Is that right?
Yes.
So the 16th of February, this promo code is no longer valid. 2022, of course. So if you're watching this in, the future, hopefully we'll have new codes for you for the next year's show. But
which
right
actually
now,
I'm actually working with the ticketing company to get that all set up, just so that everybody knows. We're already confirmed for 2023 and 2024. So it's the 2023 show. I've told the dates to a few people are February the 20th to the 23rd, 2023. Okay. Same thing as this year, Monday to Thursday. And I forget the dates for the 2024 because I haven't told it to 50 people or whatever yet. But 2024 is also the last full week of February, Monday to Thursday. So
very nice. Okay, so 2023 and 2024 dates have already been scheduled. That's how big this is getting. So for the conferences, the biggest thing, we love the toys, we love the exhibit floor, but the biggest value is in the education. So for Photo Booth Expo, who are some of the seminars that you have? Who can we look forward to seeing at the seminars?
Quite a few. What I actually suggest everybody do is on either of the websites, we just finalized everything. So the total complete schedule is in there. So go pick either one right now. You can go to Photo Booth Expo or Mobile Entertainment Expo. There we go.
Yep.
If you go to agenda on either one of the sites, it has the entire schedule in there.
Yep.
Right. We're starting off with two people that are experts on the 360 booths. So it's Martin Moderkolk is actually coming all the way from the Netherlands.
Wow.
And he runs a company called TouchPix, and they're one of the leaders with the software on the 360s. And Eddie Barber was actually the inventor of 360 back in the 80s.
Wow.
So it's like it took 30 years to really, catch on like crazy, but he was there from the beginning, and he has won Academy Award. He when it comes to filming and things like that, he is one of the leading experts in the world on that. And he's gotten involved quite a bit with the 360 world. Judd Lillestrand actually wrote the program that we're using for the agenda. He's from Czech Cherry. Wow. And and Alan Berg. I mean, all you have to do is mention Alan Berg, just one of the top speakers in our, in industry, both in the wedding industry in general, whether you're talking photo booths or DJ or any of the things that are involved in the wedding industry. He is one of the lead marketing experts out there.
And the nice thing is we actually have an interview with him on Wedding Talk Radio, so you can see that there. And he has tons of free content to help educate people. Yeah, you're right. He is one of the top wedding and event experts out there. Let's see, we got Google rankings, um, just LLC stuff. Of course, the parties. The parties are a blast, and that is one of the big things: is growing your sphere of influence, the network. It's one thing to have a network locally, but to be able to speak with people who are in the same industry as you somewhere else in the country where they're not your competition, you'll find that they share a lot more strategy and ideas and all kinds of things that just make your business grow. So looks like a lot of
The one thing I'm a little bit, we actually have plenty of people coming from overseas, but the one thing I'm a little bit disappointed this year, obviously because of Corona and all the travel restrictions and all that. The last couple of years of PBX, a good 20% of our attendees were actually from outside the United States.
Right.
And I would estimate this year it's going to be more like 5%. The Americans have more than made up for the lack of international traffic. We still have plenty. I believe we still have people coming from every single continent, Antarctica accepted or whatever. We have people coming from Australia. We have people coming from Europe. We have people coming from Asia. We have people coming from Africa, South America, every continent.
Isn't that amazing?
It's not in the volumes. It's 50-50 whether we're going to have more people or less people than we had in 2020, but a larger percentage this year will be right from the US as opposed to international.
You know what I find amazing about that is sometimes, and we have a large, like you said, audience coming from the continental United States. That's the biggest bulk of the people coming to the conference. But yet there are people out there going, well, I don't really want to invest $350 in growing my business, or let's take everything together, the cost of the key pass, the cost of the hotel room. Let's say they spend $600 or $700 overall, and they think that's a lot. It's very small compared to the education and the return you get. And you think about people coming from overseas are spending thousands of dollars for that same education that is available to somebody stateside for a quarter of the price. So it's an amazing investment.
Every year it amazes me that people from somewhere 2 hours away. I've had people call me. It's like, can you have a conference in Salt Lake City? It's because we don't want to do the 6-hour drive to, or a flight to get to the show or whatever. It's like,
right.
We've got people coming from Australia. We got people coming from Africa. Okay.
Yeah. It's flying for 10 to 12 hours flying, plus everything else that they got to do to get here for this conference. And you're right, it's pretty amazing. So is there anything new that we can be excited for and look forward to at this year's conference?
Well, there's always new things. I mean, the 360 over the course of the last, it was already there in 2020, but it just exploded over the course of the pandemic. So you'll see a lot more 360 than you did in the past. The one thing I've always been thrilled about is just being a part of the industry, being able to see the evolution. It's at the first Photo Booth Expo, mirror booths were just getting started, and now they're huge. Yeah. And 360 barely anybody had heard of, and so that's going to be one of the big new topics this year. And just a lot of people are in. Some of it I can't say, but a lot of people are going to be introduced. There's going to be a lot of product introductions and things like that at the show. Wow! And I always look forward to seeing, being a part of all that.
One of the things that I like about the show, which is the networking and the parties, but the other thing too is sometimes there's just discount. There's show specials. There's discounts. The cost of the show and the cost of the travel, depending on what you're looking to do and invest in, you could save that and get that back just in what you purchase, whether it's props or a new photo booth or a DJ mixer or speakers. There's all kinds of show specials on the floor too, which is kind of cool. So that's neat.
In my opinion, the number one reason people come and the number one reason to go to both Mobile Entertainment Expo and PBX is to be a part of the family. I mean, we're
Yep.
one huge 3,000, 4,000 person family that basically gets together once a year, and just you're going to learn a lot from the seminars, but I think you're going to even learn more just talking to
Oh yeah.
people in your industry and networking with everybody. And I know of some examples. Once again, I won't do specifics, but I know of examples of people that have met at Photo Booth Expo that are now in business together.
Yep.
And
I know of one
just, yeah,
instance who some people who met at Mobile Entertainment Expo. Actually, it was back when it was Mobile Beat, and they're now married. So you never know. I only know one of instances,
exactly.
but it's amazing the friendships and relationships that you can build just sitting around and having breakfast in the morning or coffee in the afternoon or whatever it might be. Or, and this is my favorite part, or at the poker tournament. There's going to be a poker tournament at the expo. And if you want to challenge me, I'm going to be there. So you guys are welcome to be a part of the poker tournament. It's going to be on Tuesday night. Is that right?
It's going to be on Tuesday night at 10 p.m. Andy Starr of discjockeys.com has been running that very well for all 7 years of the show. And I think we're going to have a record because we have both the Mobile Entertainment Expo / Mobile Beat and PBX crowd. I think we had about 75 people in 2020 that played, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be over 100.
Yeah,
so,
and there's thousands of dollars in prizes.
The prize pool is going to be very nice, and I wish I haven't got the list in front of me, but a number of vendors have contributed prizes towards the prize pool. So if anybody knows anything about poker, it is definitely worth your while to play, and it's a fun time too. I mean, they run a very good poker room over at South Point. It's probably the top locals poker room in the city, and they'll have a minimum of, I believe, 10 tables for us, possibly more. But and it's also it's fun to gamble with your people in your industry.
Yeah. Oh, it's a blast. And the smack talk and all that kind of stuff. It's just a really fun, entertaining time. And that's just one of the events going on. Of course, like you said, there's the parties and the music and all that kind of stuff that are happening as well. So there's going to be go ahead.
The one big difference I would say between our show and most of the shows out there is that we put a big separation between the seminars and the show floor. It's most of the shows, the show floor opens and then you can take part in this seminar or whatever. But we're very heavy on the seminars the first couple of days as the exhibitors are getting ready, because it takes an entire day and a half to get the show floor ready, because it's huge. I mean, 400 exhibit spaces and all of that. And it's quite the production. So it takes in that first day and a half is when we really concentrate the seminars. And I found after year one, I made the mistake year one of running seminars, the big seminars during the show. And I actually felt bad for a couple of the speakers, because the speaker that was speaking before the show opened was speaking to 700 people. And then we opened up the show floor and the next speaker was speaking to 20. And he was a great speaker too.
Right.
But I find once the show floor opens, pretty much all the action is on the show floor. That's where everybody wants to go. That's where everything is. So we do run what we call master classes during the show floor hours. But those are the main seminars we have in 1,000-person rooms. and the master classes are in 100-person rooms, just because, like I said, once the
Yeah,
show
well,
floor opens, the biggest complaint I have from people is that they don't have enough time to visit everything. It's not
right.
a show floor where you can quickly walk through in 15 minutes and you're done. It's there are things to keep you busy all 3 days.
Absolutely. Well, I think we covered most. Is there anything I missed that you want to add to what we're sharing with everybody?
No, just I hope I'm, if you haven't decided yet, I am posting or actually just did post before we started speaking here, the final show map to both the PBX and MEX Facebook groups. And I shared it with DJI DS sharing. I shared it with Photo Booth Network, some of the really big groups out there. I will be tonight or tomorrow. I will be emailing it to everybody so they can make plans in advance. I'm actually going to the printer as soon as we're finished speaking here. I'm heading I'm about an hour and a half outside of Vegas right now. Oh, there we go.
Yep.
That's it. So that is basically the show floor plan. On the left-hand side is the Mobile Entertainment Expo.
Okay.
And on the right-hand side is Photo Booth Expo. They're kind of
Wow, look how huge that is. That is amazing. And I mean, you got props, you got, like you said, 360 pop-up booths, mosaics. It just, I mean, the array of stuff just here is amazing. And and on the DJ side, you've got equipment and lighting and
we have
association.
some really nice demo rooms. We have some really nice demo rooms from NLFX Pro, Base Boston, RCF as well. So make sure that we actually they'll have a couple of booths actually on the show floor guiding people to their demo rooms. But make sure you don't, especially on the DJ side, make sure you don't miss those demo rooms because they should be great.
Nice. Well, very cool. And again, up until February 16th, there is a exclusive Wedding Talk Radio show special. If you use the code MEX show 2022, all one word, on the Mobile Entertainment Expo website, it'll get you $120 off. And if you use PBX show 2022 on the photo booth side, it'll get you $100 off your key pass and everything that you need. And you get your, there's great rooms available and just a ton of fun. Rob, thank you so much for joining us today. I am very excited to see you in about 2 weeks at the conference.
It'll be a week. I look forward to seeing you in a week and a half, and it'll be nice after 2 years of what's been going on to get together. So
yep, absolutely. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us, and check out some of our other videos, and we'll see you at the show.
Thanks again, and have a fantastic